song, but the nannies who come here, they don't stay for long. Chim chimmy, chim chim, chiree, chim chiree.
Katie Nana, those little things that ran away from me for the last time. Who is it that gets up with the children and no nanny in the house? Me, that's him. I say, Missy Boo. I've done up this house forever. Well, good riddance then. And mind you, don't stumble on your way out. Katie Nana, where are you going, Katie Nana? Katie Nana's gone and isn't anyone. Don't even have lamented by your children's breaks. Do you really think I made another blunder? What on earth am I to say to Mr. Bates? George, dear, I'm feeling so bereft, dear. Another nanny's left, dear. Every nanny knows we're unlucky, I suppose. You're never going to find the perfect nanny.
Nonsense! Precision and order, that's all that I ask. Running of a household, a straightforward task. Children are all your domain. Environment the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane. Cut! Now the simple truth is you get 6 nannies in the last 4 months and they've all been qualified disasters. A nanny should go, a nanny should go. Nanny and the first with some good nannies. Our children will gain by having such a nanny. Cherry Tree Lane. So take control. Looks at you, please. Show your authority. It's the viewing star. You know your role. They have their stations. Missions in for fun, but the job in a briefcase.
I thought Katie Nana would be firm with the children. She always looks so cross.
Winifred, never confuse ambition free with the living complaint. Umbrella!
If only we had a civil like your old nanny.
I'm afraid that's not realistic, my dear. Few women alive can manage this 100 standards of efficiency. Besides, we can never afford someone of her caliber.
Precision and order, he wants nothing less. It's like an army barracks and we're in a mess. No wonder the nannies are driven insane. We're living in a madhouse in Cherry Tree Lane.
Now, Winifred, if you do want to please me,
You know I do, George.
very well, then put in an advertisement in the Times stating that Jane and Michael Banks require the best possible nanny at the lowest possible wage.
We better get them off before they make another mistake.
And I would stress that.
What's that you're holding, dear? We've written our own advertisement.
What on earth?
George, please, I think we should hear it.
Now, Winifred, none of your theatrics.
It won't hurt to listen. Wanted. A nanny for 2 adorable children.
Well, that's the basic one, let's say.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no warts. That's a dead body. Play games, all sorts. Must be kind, must be witty, very smart and fairly pretty.
Oh, all the ridiculous.
George, please, take us on outings, give us treats, sing songs, green songs. Never be cross or cruel, never feed us castor oil or glue. Love us as a son and daughter, never smell a water. I'm dead too. If you won't scold and dominate us, we will never give you cause to hate us. We won't hide your spectacles so you can't see the tenants in your bed or pepper in your tea. Hurry, nanny, many thanks. Sincerely, Jane and Michael Banks.
That's quite enough. Tommy right for one day. Please, I can get to work.
They were only trying to help.
Won't help if they make you late. Where's my heart?
George, they not?
Mrs. Banks lives here, yes.
And you are looking for an nanny.
Well, I think that...
Very well. Now, let's see. Play games, all sorts. Which I'm just saying. Take us on outings. Give us treats.
Like this, our advertisement.
Rosy cheeks and fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope.
Oh, none at all.
I'm glad to hear it.
But oh, do take it up with Mrs. Banks. She manages all that side of things. Nothing domestic happening with me. Don't forget the references.
I make it a rule never to give references.
Oh, but I thought it was usual.
A very old-fashioned idea to my mind. The best people never require them now.
Oh, well, I see. You'll have every third Thursday evening off from 5 until 9.
The best people take every second Wednesday from 6 till late time, and that is what I shall take.
Oh, I see. It's settled then.
Very well then. I will see the children now, thank you.
Yes, you'll find they are very... This is...
Mary Poppins. Jane, don't stay. And close your mouth, my boy. We are not a codfish. Best foot forward. Spit spot.
Mrs. Brill, we have a new nanny. She passed her interview then. Or I did.
Very tidy, I must say. Tidier than I was expecting. Who's responsible for that?
Mrs. Brill.
Me! I like to keep things neat. Well, I make forward to making use of that. Who's he when he's at home?
That's Valentine. He's mine.
From the look on his face, I'm not sure he'd agree with you.
He's just a doll. I don't want to play with him anymore.
Treat him like that, and he may not want to play with you. Now, I'm always saying, the best place to hang a hat, oh dear, is on a hat stand.
There's nothing in it.
You better keep an eye on this one. She's tricky.
Mary Poppins, how is it that you knew what we wanted in a nanny when we made our list?
Your list. I'm not an item in the weekly shop, thank you very much.
How did you come about then? It was as if the wind just blew you here.
It did. Now, stand over there. A noisy, troublesome, mischievous little boy. You're making that up. A noisy, mischievous. Now you. Thoughtless, short-tempered, and untidy.
Not the spin. Come on, Mr. Barkeeper. It's just big pictures like it always is. There's no harm in them.
Oh, I'll be the judge of that. This is my park, and I say you're interfering with a public railing. I want them removed this second. Oh, just watch it.
Stay right where you are. I know that silhouette anywhere. Mary Poppins.
It's nice to see you, Matt.
Might I say, you do look swell.
How can he know you? You've only just arrived.
I was not gone 2 minutes before I walked into your house, Uncle Banks. Do you know these two, Matt?
I've seen them running about chasing a kite.
It's not a real kite.
But you'll do for a break. And you promised me you'd take me out when we met again.
I ain't forgotten about it, but, as you can see...
Oh dear, is that all you've got? Never mind, my treat. And I don't suppose anyone's paying for the trees or the sky, are they?
Mary Poppins, is he really coming with us?
And why shouldn't he?
Well, he is rather dead. Father would never approve.
What's that?
You're dirty! We don't want to go to the stinking park anyway.
Oh, yes you do. When you walk with Mary Poppins, you go to places you never dreamed of. And if she says it's a game, she's got something in mind. I'm sure of that.
That's a picture of the park, isn't it?
Not all park, anyway. Look, the trees are a much brighter green and the skies are much bluer blue.
I think you'll find it's just the way I've drawn it. All that it takes is a spark. Something as plain as a park becomes a wonderland. All you have to do is look on you, then you'll understand why it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light when the day is grey and ordinary. Mary makes the sun shine bright. Our happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the dawn. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band.
You've enough for us, for all of us.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Come along, you two.
Boring, just like other nannies singing. Parks are good for us. It's just statues, ducks, and grannies. I don't understand all the fuss. Is she doing it to spite us? Could news have fallen off? Perhaps it's all a plot. I'll tell you what seems so different, but I bet she's not. There is nothing to excite us till the park. What was that?
You're quite wrong, you know.
Who are you?
Why, I'm Helios. Surely you know that. You've sat beneath me long enough. You've waited half a century to take a walk on a glorious sunny day like this.
I'm in a glorious day, bright as a morning in May.
Feel like I could fly.
Have you ever seen the night sun or a sky?
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Better days I've never known. Nothing's ever set in stone. You do look tipped off, if I may say so. Each man with his dog will stand a guard to see a statue make a little show. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Jolly holiday miss him so much.
Isn't he one of the other statues?
No, he lives very far away from here.
Do you really miss him?
When did you miss your father if you hardly ever saw him?
I'd have to think about that.
That's it. That's what it was. What? This place is half empty. The statue's gone.
Do you mean you've lost your marbles?
Ah, it was you, wasn't it? I knew we should have trouble when you first arrived, and now I have a missing set. Oh, well, me not.
Melius must be so lonely. Could his father ever come to stay?
Anything can happen if you let it.
Well, good night then, Jane. Good night, Michael. Good night, Mary.
Like that.
Jane and Michael have come to say goodnight.
Yes, yes. Tell them that you're giving me the message.
George, please.
Oh, Father, we had a fantastic day. We sang with a busker and danced with a statue. He would have never approved, but
You know that, then why did you do it?
Father, I have a proper thing.
Would you try it?
You could always teach me.
When would I ever have the time to do that?
Father, who was the father of Melius?
Will you please let me get on? Good night.
Poor Michael. All he cares about is flying kites and his beloved astronomy, of course.
I used to love astronomy at his age. My nanny Miss Andrews soon beat it out of me.
I suppose we do need a nanny, George. It is out of the question to do without one.
Don't be absurd. Of course we need a nanny. All of the best people in towns have nannies, so the wives can do charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how's your tea party coming along?
I'm not quite sure. It seems so odd to send out invitations to people I hardly know.
But the people you should know. Remember, by your friends shall ye be judged.
But that's the point. They're not my friends. Actually, I heard from Clemmy Bunton the other day, and she's rehearsing a new play, and I thought I might...
How many times must I tell you? I wish you would sever all connection to that thought of your life.
I was an actress, George. Lots of people might find that interesting, though you always acted for it. I should be ashamed of it.
Well, it's not something exactly to be proud of. Winifred, dearest, I'm only thinking of you. I want people to admire you, to respect you.
I know, George, but sometimes it's hard.
It's not hard, it's your job to be Mrs. Banks.
And what's your job?
To pay for everything. What is it now?
I was only going to kiss you.
All right. Are you going to say something to Mary Poppins?
I don't think so.
Very well. Make sure she's doing things our way, not hers. Good old Wolf, you can't fit them. We need a nanny with discipline and stern. The boys and girls, you don't befriend them. Dear Mary Poppins has a lot to learn.
Mrs. Bess should be an easy road, and yet it's one which I don't seem too good at on the whole. I have a comfy home, I have a simple life, I have a name which tells the world I'm someone else's wife. The Mrs. Bess worked as that. Facing test of character, I always seem to fail. And as for his best people,
spend a night on the yard arm. What those children need, Admiral, is a touch of happiness. Willoughby.
Mrs. Brilla, don't make the sandwiches too early. They'll stay before the guests arrive. Everything's under control, ma'am. And what about the cake? Cooling on the tray, waiting to be iced. And you're quite sure you know how to ice it? I'm quite sure. And if you aren't worried, I haven't been trained by the fairies for a total nincompoop. No.
No.
I'll just go check on the drawing room now.
I'd like to be helpful.
And I'd like to be rich. But the good Lord thought otherwise. Mother wants you in the drawing room. Well, she can't have me. I've got enough on my plate as is.
She says you can tell Roberts and I what to do.
Does she indeed? Well, why don't I just go have a smoke near the gas works for good measure?
Please, Miss Brill, I don't mind, honest.
All right, I'll give you one task, and one task only. And so help me if you mess this up, I will swing for you and sing as they will labor.
What is it, Miss Brill?
Put the icing tools next to the cake. Give me a hot bowl of water so I can warm them. I'll make the icing when I get back.
Icing tools, cake, hot water. You'll make the icing as soon as you're back.
Do you think you can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. After the cake's done, I've got the sandwiches next because Madame wants them fresh. So I'll only stop them when there's no time to finish them. I swear a traitor in the tower was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house!
Well, then just stand there, Roberts and I.
Right, no.
What is it you're looking for?
A bowl for the water.
Michael, why don't we make the icing?
Because we don't know how.
Don't be so feeble. And get me the eggs. If Miss Brill can do it, it can't be that hard.
Are there eggs in icing?
There are in mine.
I don't think Miss Brill would thank you.
Then she'll be guilty of great ingratitude. Is it supposed to look like that?
Doesn't look like that when Miss Brill does it.
Don't be impertinent and get me the cake.
Yes, Jane, my apologies. Honestly, I was just trying to help. If you will. My head! My cake!
Yeah! Oh my goodness, Roberts and I! What have you done? Oh dear, should I call a doctor? I don't think that will be necessary. How can you two be so inclined when you know how important this party was to me? Oh, you two deserve some very nasty medicine, just you wait till bedtime. I don't think we should wait till then, ma'am. Why not go up and get changed? We'll clear up, won't we? But you're not ill. You will be.
We won't take it and you can't make us.
In that, as in so many things, your information is faulty. Open. But, strawberry ice. Now you.
I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
I'm not sure I can. Open.
Lime cordial.
Now, Michael, I know you like to keep things neat. Jane, I told you she was tricky.
Must we? Can't Roberts and I do it when he wakes up? He is a servant.
With that attitude, you'll go through lots of stuff before you're very old. And besides, in every job that must be done, there's an element of fun. You find the job's a game, and every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. Alone, a scream, it's fun to see that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down.
I thought we could play our next game. What game? A visit to the bank.
That's not a game, did Daddy agree?
If he did, he must have put the idea into his head somehow.
Really? What an impertinent thing to say. Me, putting ideas into other people's heads. Really?
I see everyone hustlers in again today. Have you made your decision?
I believe so.
Good. Be sure it is the right one.
In every transaction, credit or debt, our sheets are all about balance. Target for men.
Hello, banks. What objections can you have? My security is more than adequate, and the Latin American market is expanding.
But Mr. Von Hustle, what I haven't been able to grasp is what exactly is your final product?
Oh, what do you think? Money, of course.
Yes, money. But I wonder, money making more money, is that really enough?
Are you even man enough to be a banker? A man has dreams to make an empire. We are told, soon try to go. The C-sections will spoils our hands.
Assessing the market, living the risk, little for error,
You come to your decision, Mr. Banks. There's a town of good people whose futures depend on you.
I know that.
Just give us a chance. Won't regret it. The factories could be running in weeks and expanding before the year's out. Please, Mr. Banks, I've given everything I've got. Believe me.
I do believe you, Mr. Northbrook. And believe me, I've tried to find a better solution. There's just not the collateral.
What about my workforce? Decent men want better lives. They're my collateral. My men have dreams to earn an honest living, a wife and kids, a home to call their own. If you'd invest in us today, it paves the way. I promise we'd repay the loan.
I'm sorry, Mr. Northbrook. I'm afraid my answer is...
Hello, Father.
On earth are you doing here? Do you not see that I'm busy?
No, we're done. And no man should be too busy for his own children. What do you give for young man? Have you come for some money as well?
Hardly. What would they need any money for?
Well, it's never too early to learn its value.
I know the value of this. 6 pence.
No, that didn't work. Its value is in how you spend it. Do good, and may you have good luck.
What do you say to Mr. Northbrook?
Thank you.
I'll be outside.
Really, Mary Poppins, I'm not without a sense of humor.
But aren't you, Father?
I'm not! When I was your age, I would never dare to interrupt my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Of course I was! But my nanny, Miss Andrew, kept me out of my father's way, and he would have been very ashamed of her if she hadn't.
Didn't he mind?
Mind? He was glad to be rid of me. What is the matter?
Daddy?
Poor? What do you mean by poor? That's what made me the man I am today, Mary Poppins.
Yes, I'm afraid it did.
right. That's enough. You've seen where I work. I have a great deal to attend to.
Father, when you exchange the bank's money, what are you looking for? A good man or a good idea?
I should say it's a good idea. But a good man is more rare and more valuable.
Come along, children.
Mr. Von Posse, I've come to your agreement, but I'm afraid my answer is no.
So you don't recognize a good idea.
Perhaps not. I recognize a good man when I see one.
You will regret this, Herr Banks.
And with hopes, ambitions to fulfill, a man you're certain at first glance deserves a chance. Now, Mr. Northbrook, when exactly can your new factory open?
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You won't regret it.
Look at that horrible old woman. Dead white. And there's nothing horrible about her in the least. But she's just a bundle of rags.
All you left in the past was you see.
By my birds full of rose. Their young ones are hungry, the nests are so bare. All it takes is tuppence from you. The birds, tuppence a peck, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
That's what she wants. While overhead, her lights fill the skies.
What are you doing?
I'm going to visit my sister.
What a waste.
That's a matter of opinion. Yes, say your six, please. All around the danger, the same sound of horses will die as she sails away. Well, if she keeps running off, you may as well keep her on a leash.
Willoughby!
Oh, here she is now.
Oh, Willoughby, it's all right. Mommy's here. Sometimes you ought to think you could talk.
But can Willoughby really talk?
Of course he can. Getting him to stop is the problem.
How do you learn to talk dog? It's simple. Master the grammar
Practice when you can.
and avoid monologues. Far too much slang. Now, we must get going. I cannot stand here all day talking shop. Talking shop? What a silly expression. There is nothing silly about it in the least.
What do you buy in a talking shop?
Conversations, of course.
Well, I've never seen a talking shop.
Well, there is only one, and it belongs to my good friend, Miss Cory.
Miss Cory? Who's Miss Cory?
Who's Miss Cory? Who's Miss Cory? Miss Cory's older than anyone in the world. She knew William before he went conquering, Vlad before he went impaling, and Alexander when he weren't so great.
We'll have to call her shop in the park.
But there is no shop in the park.
Remember, anything can happen if you let it.
That's it! I'm all out of conversations. Well, if it isn't Mary Poppins with Jane and Michael Banks. How was poor little Georgie? Georgie Banks, your father, he used to give his nanny the slip and sneak into my shop in secret.
It can't be the same George Banks. That must have been 40 years ago. Nobody can remember back that far.
Oh, dearie, I remember everything. I remember Georgie used to love my gingerbread. I wonder if we got any left today. Annie, Fanny, look lively! Here's another! Ah, there we are. Gingerbread pieces with gingerbread stars. Georgie always saved his stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
Well, I did want an ounce of conversations.
Oh, well, you see, I'm all out of conversations, and I'm right out of words, too. I've had a lot of chatterboxes in here today. But we'll see what I've got left. Oh, I do have some letters left. An ounce, you say. That'll be 15 letters. Go on, take your pick.
Jane, you can choose 7.
I've got D, G, R, U, C, L, and I.
There's no good. You can't make conversation out of them. Your turn, Michael. 7 more.
We've gotten A, F, S, E, T, O, and P.
And I'll choose an X. Now, what words can we make?
Well, I see dog and cat.
Rabbits, that's 9.
Lapitophilus, that's 11. Nearly there.
Those don't count. You made them up.
Well, where do you think words come from in the first place? Somebody had to make them up.
You know, we can always use the same letter more than once. Now let me see. Super. Caliph. Fragilistic. Expialidocious. That's not a word. Of course it's a word. And unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it's going to prove a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd. Doing good lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversations clean. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you're always so precocious.
it on their mighty monoliths.
The ancient Greeks, I'm certain, would have used it in their myths. I'm sure the Roman Empire would intervene in this, because those Latin scholars never had a man like this. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. You say it's so believed that they'll be atrocious.
Check your breath before you speak in case it's halitosis.
Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
You know, you can say it backwards, which is Supercalifragilistic.
She may be tricky, but she's bloody good. Said that the cat has got no tongue, there's no for the snake. Just sum it up this way, and then you've got a lot to say.
Pick out those 18 consonants and 16 vowels well, and put them in an order which is very hard to spell.
S-U-P-E-R-C-A-L-I-F.
Smarty pants. May blow, but who's to know exactly what it's bringing? Good news or bad, happy or sad, the pendulum keeps swinging.
Right. Step there and stand back. You are to never come anywhere near this stage, nor anyone in this house, nor me neither. Now, while I'm doing this, stay totally immobile.
Immobile.
Don't move a muscle.
Muscle.
Don't even breathe.
Might as well be dead.
Don't give me any ideas.
A change is made, but still the road is long. And though they might yet fly a kite, sometimes the wind is too strong.
George, what's happened? Are you ill?
No, should I be?
Well, of course not. Only, why on earth are you home so early?
Well, if you must know, I refused some German chap a loan. It seems that Hugh went to our chief robbers. They gave him the money and now the whole thing's turned into a goat.
Well, they can't expect you to get it right every time.
Can't they? Because that's exactly what they would expect.
Oh, supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough.
That is more than loud enough. Go to your room. Where's my briefcase? I set it right over there. Michael. Jane. Will you give it to me? Must I put up with this behavior? You are their mother. Why can you not do something about it?
Well, I can try not shouting for start.
Mary Poppins, you are here to teach the children manners, and now look at them. You become a pair of little savages. If I had it my way, you would be out of this house by
George, you are tired.
Mary Poppins, don't put the children down tonight, please. George is very tired.
I can tell. But I hope you haven't forgotten. Tonight is my evening out.
What? Oh dear, I had forgotten. I suppose the best people wouldn't ask you to change your plans?
No, ma'am, they wouldn't.
I thought not. It's not fair. Father loses his temper and we're shut up in the nursery. Father's mean and awful and I hate him.
Jane, I will not have you criticize your father like that.
Why? He said you were neither useful or ultimate.
How dare you?
And you hurt him.
Sometimes people say things they don't really mean.
Mary Poppins, take the children upstairs now, please.
Come along, children.
George,
What is it now?
I thought you might like to talk about it.
What would be the point?
Well, perhaps I can help.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm serious, George. If you have problems, I would like you to share them with me.
Don't worry, you will. The fact of the matter is, I've been suspended without salary until they decide what to do with me.
Twists and turns, ups and downs. One moment smiles, the next moment frowns. The bad-tempered faces had better change quick, 'cause if the wind changes, the face might just stick. Chim chimney, chim chim chiree, chim chiroo.
It's not fair. You're going out and we're left all on our own.
You've plenty of toys to play with.
I didn't want to play with them. They're boring.
They might say the same thing about you.
Why does Dante get so cross? Fathers are supposed to look after their children, not constantly yell at them all the time.
And who takes care of the fathers when things go wrong?
The mothers, I suppose.
And not the children.
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Families are upside down. For a while, please.
But I don't want to be an upside down family. I could run away. Why don't you? Somebody might adopt you. But you miss me. No, I wouldn't. I could have your toys. No, you could not. Yes, I could, and I jolly well would. Give that to me. Now look what you've done.
That is no way to treat Valentine. Into bed, you two, now.
But we haven't had our milk.
There will be no milk, and no buts either. If yourself, Valentine, and make yourself presentable.
Well, I won't go to bed and you can't make me.
In that, as in so many things, your
information
is faulty. You call me for an adult and you get these ridiculous kids. Bert, is that you?
Chimney, chimney, chim, chim, chimney. When you're with the sleep, you're in glad company.
Father.
Chim, 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 chimney. When you're with the sleep, you're in glad company. Now where is there a more happier crew than them what sings chim chim chiree chim chiroo? Chim chimney chim chim chiree.
Goodbye, Bert. Take care of you, Cory.
Yes, she can. And she's taking all our police. What does the note say? What in heaven are you two doing out here? Where's Mary Poppins? Gone. Gone. If that doesn't take the blue biscuit.
Miss Brill, what does au revoir mean?
Why?
That's what it says in the note she's written. Dear Jane and Michael, keep playing the games.